Do this. All right, friends, how we doing today?
Great.
Good. Okay, so what we're going to do today, let's keep these just sitting there for a minute. We're going to be doing a strategy called using tens to add to within 1,000. So in front of you right now, we're going to look at these later, but these are your mini anchor charts. And you also have base 10 blocks with hundreds, tens, and ones to assist you when we get to the exercise, okay? So when I say adding tens within 100s, let's go to the next one. So go ahead and track the, let me make it bigger for you. Track the slide. So our learning goal is how do we add 3-digit numbers by composing a 10? So when we add, we're not just going to be adding and stacking or using the methods, but we have a certain method we're going to use, which is adding 10 first. So adding 3-digit numbers by composing a 10 means that we're going to find parts of the number that can be combined to make a group of tens. So for example, if we're adding 345 plus 278, we're going to look for numbers when we add them together to make a 10, a multiple of 10. So we then can add the groups of 10 first, and it makes sense when we go through some problems, and then we're going to add any remaining numbers. So it's like putting together a puzzle to make counting easier. So I'm going to go ahead and give you your worksheets. We're going to do a warm-up together first. So go ahead and put your name on your paper. And if you need some space, let me know. I can move some of this up to the side.
Well, I could just do this.
Okay, you already put it on top. So before we start, I do want to explain our anchor chart. So with the anchor chart, you can just take a look at this. We're not playing with the blocks right now. We're going to put these down until we need to use them, okay? So I want you to pay attention. So with this, we're using base 10 blocks. You can use the base 10 blocks, which these are what these are, to add and show your work. And there's an example of that as well. You can also use the number line. Does everybody remember how to use a number line?
Yes.
Yes, so when adding the numbers, when we have adding or subtracting, you can also use the number line to add 10 and then continue to add by ones. You can also use place value. Have you all done place value before?
Nope.
You've done a little bit of place value with this
Yes,
picture.
yes.
Yeah, you've done place value, I remember that. And then you can add in chunks. That may be a little different, but we're not going to cover that today, but I want you to focus on the first 3, okay? And if you know how to add by chunks, that can be a method as well, but we're just going to focus on the first 3, okay? All right, so we're going to work in groups, but we're going to work with the first one together. So with 28 plus 2, will we add up to 10 for that? No, because you can just do what?
2.
Just add what?
2.
So what's 28 plus 2?
30.
30. So that was easy. So how would you work that out? Would you mentally write it out? Would you mentally do that, or would you actually write it out? So show me on your paper how you would solve 28 plus 2. So look at the strategies that we have. Would you just use base 10 blocks? Would you use the stacking method? Which way would you use? The stacking method is not on that anchor chart, but you can use the way you would do it.
I would use this block.
So how would you show me 28 plus 2? So those are 10s. Remember, those are 10 blocks. Okay. As long as you can show me your work. So you can use these. So this will be what? 10.
10.
And then you would do... Here's your 1. But I want you to actually show me before we use the base 10 blocks. Show me on here. Can you draw that for me? I'll take these out for you and you can use those as well.
Is it supposed to write it or not?
Yes, you can write it. I want to see how you show your work. So with this, how would you write this to solve the problem? What do you think?
I will use it.
Okay, so show me how you would write it. Good job. So you put 28 plus 2, so how did you get that answer?
Because 28 and 2 is a job.
Good job.
So the beginning was
You got it. You said it was 30, so 28 plus 2 is
30.
Good job. Good job. You see a lot. Doing really good. So, let's leave the blocks alone for now. We're going to have some exercises where you'll be able to use the blocks as well. But I like the way you put that method on there. So let's move on to the next one. So we have 28 plus 12. I'm going to work mine out with you all as well, but I want to see how you can add by 10, because now we can add by 10. So it's 28 plus 12. So how would you start? What method would you use? You can use the number line. You can do 28 plus 10.
I'm gonna do this.
So we're adding by 10, so why don't we try that one? Let's do 28 plus 10 because we're adding 10. So what's 28 plus 10? 30. It's 38. So then what do we have left? Because we had 12, so we have how many left after we added 10?
2.
2, good job. So what's 38 plus 2?
40.
40. So that's a way that you could add with 10. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see. Let's try the next one. What about 67 plus 3? What's a method we can do to add by 10 with 67 plus 3? Will we have to add 10? Do we have 10 on that one?
No.
So what do we have to do with that one? We're just adding how
It's
many?
like counting by 1.
It's counting by 1. So we just add 3 ones to 67. So how many would that equal up to?
67. 70. 7 plus 3
67 plus 3.
70.
Okay, I wanted to make sure y'all worked it out. Good job. All right, so it was just adding 3, 70. So we didn't have to add by 10 because you only had 3. So when you have 10 to add, then that's when you start adding by 10. So what's the next equation?
67 plus 23.
Okay, let's see if we can try that one adding by 10. So it's 67 plus 23. So how would we do that one? Could we add a 10 there? I think we can, because you can get 10 out of 23. So if you do 67 plus 10, how many is that?
90.
67 plus 10. Because we're adding by 10s, remember?
87. And it's 77.
You can write it out if you're not sure. Yes, 77. And since you took 10 from 23, how many do you have left?
1.
So you know that we took 10 from 23.
13.
Yes, 13. So now you're going to add what? 77 plus what?
13.
And what does that leave you with?
82.
Show your work. Show your work. Good job, Lauren. You did that all in your head. But go ahead and show me how you got that answer. You understand? So we add, yes, you can write. Show all your work on your paper. So we did 67 plus 23. We took 10 of 23. So we did 67 plus 10. So you can write 67 plus 10. Well, we're adding by 10, so we know we have 23, but we can take the 10 out since we're using 10 to add. We're gonna do 67 plus 10.
I think I got it.
What's the answer? I like that you solved it by writing it out. I like how you worked that out. Yes, like that. And you're using your 10 base blocks to help you out? No problem. No problem. And Lauren, you got it? And you can use the stacking method or using any other method that you like to help you. Anything that anything that can help you. And I see that some of my friends are using the base 10 blocks as well to get the answer. So what we did is we added 67 plus 10. So we took 10 away from 23. So do 67 plus 10. Right here. So 23 is 10. Let's take it back for 1 second. We'll use it for our next exercise. So if you finish this page, you can go on to flip on to the next page and just wait. I want to make sure everyone understands this before you move forward. So 67 plus 10. So use a method that you understand. So how would you add 67 plus 10?
Draw it.
Okay. I can use the number line.
Wait, no,
So 67 plus 10. So this is an easier way to do it. So what's 7 plus 0? What's 7 plus 0?
7 plus 0, 7.
And what's 6 plus 1?
6 plus 1 is 7.
7. So you have 77. But you took 10 away. So now you only have 13 to add. So now, what's 7 plus 3?
7 plus 3. 2.
You carry the 1 is 7.
1.
7.
8. 9.
So your answer is
90.
got it? Okay. All right. So, what did you see that was the same with all the expressions? What did you see with these? So our first answer was what? Let's go back to that page real quick.
30.
And then the next answer was what?
40.
And then what was the next answer?
70.
Oh, 70 and then 90. Yes. So what do all those have in common? What do you see that's the same in all of those answers?
They have zeros on the back.
They have zeros on the back. And what place value is the 0 in?
One.
The 1's place. That is correct.
You on this page?
All right. Yes. All
Oh, I
right.
never seen you for this.
Yes. So now we're going to work in some groups. So we have 3 sets of math problems. And I want you to use the method that you like the best. You can refer back to your mini anchor chart, or if you already have a method that you're ready to solve the problems with, you can use that. Or you can use your base 10 blocks to help you as well. But I still want you to show your work. So in your group, you're gonna work on, I'm gonna give you 2 set 1. So circle set 1, you're gonna be working on those 3 problems. You all are gonna work on set 2, set 2. So you're gonna be working on these math problems. So circle those set 2 so that you know that's what you're gonna be doing. So now, what I'm gonna do is give you about 6 minutes to work on those 3 problems. You're gonna work on them independently, and I'm gonna monitor what you're doing so I can see if you need any help. If you're already finished, we'll go with that, okay?
Okay.
And then when we get back to it, I'm gonna let you discuss it in your group. Whoever has the same set as you, you'll discuss it with them, okay? Sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Can they borrow some of these hundreds? Yes, let me see. Let's give them 300s. Just in case they want to use those. So go ahead and start. I'm gonna give you about 6 minutes independently. And you don't have to use these, but they're here if you want to use them. If not, you can show your work on there, okay? So remember, you're working independently first. So step 1, you're gonna work independently first. Yes, by yourself first. And then you'll come together and compare your answers. So make sure when you're working on your sets, you're showing your work on the paper. So what I would suggest is use these as a guide, but also draw it on the paper, okay? And you can use space.
This one.
Yes, good job. Make sure you show your work. Great job on detail. I like that you yes, you can put that down too. You can move down to this one. So try to do it by yourself like that. Yes, what's your answer? 16. 16. 2 minutes. I like how you are using the place values. I like how you are able to round up and go to next door. I like how you're using your base 10 blocks and drawing them. Yes. It says, what patterns did you notice? So the numbers say, I'm just from that 250 to 7 and 280. So what do you notice that all of them have? In the hundreds, let me see. What about what?
All of them have two.
To what?
Two.
All of them are 200, and they all have one place. So what place is the back of the number? All right. So I see some of you. All right. Friends. So let's go ahead and move on to the following part. I'm going to move on to this real quick. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp our key understanding. So the goal of the presentation is to match up using using tens to add 1,000, which identifies combining groups of 10 numbers simplifying addition by breaking down larger values into multiple units, okay? So quickly turn and talk 1 minute. 1 minute, turn and talk about what you found at the bottom. Go ahead and turn and talk about what you found at the bottom. We'll give you 1 minute. Go ahead and run. About 30 more seconds. What did you notice, Lauren? What did you notice, Avery? What did you notice? When they all had zeros? Okay. So great job today, guys. Great job today. Can you go